So
Let me get this straight. So you come up with a twerking curriculum, and you draw up different types of twerking routines, and then what happens when they pass that class? Do they get a certificate of completion, or?
We call ourselves CiiiTY, but we global. And everybody that has a voice is allowed to be vocal.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Changing the Youth Media, CiiiTY Media. I'm with today, B Chery.
hey.
What's going on? How you doing?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing very well. You look nice.
Thank you.
I want you to just look at my computer here, right? You see it?
I gotta put on my glasses if you're trying to make me look at these pictures.
No, you don't. Not the pictures, just the laptop.
Okay.
You see how nice it is?
It looks lovely. It's nice.
She's condescending. She's condescending. I say this because I watched your YouTube video today. That was fun. That was fun to watch. I like how excited you get about stuff like that. Congratulations on your newest child there. But more on the music end, you have your recent single, New Day. Mm-hmm. It's doing well.
Thanks.
Congratulations on that. Things are moving for you. Give us some information about how you got to this step.
Okay. Well, I've been making music, for like over a decade, on and off. There was a point in my time where I just stopped making music because I was like, let me try to get an education, make my mom and people around me proud. So I was on my way to be like an RN. Then I realized I'll never stop being squeamish. Ain't no way I'm going to stick a needle in someone's vein.
Yeah.
Not for whatever amount of money. So I kind of like quit that. And then I went back pursuing music, and I've been doing it for a while. And I would normally like sing songs, heartbreak songs, or haters. But this year, 2020, I was like, man, I made the song like January 1st. That's when I wrote that song. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna make a quick little mixtape where it's nothing but straight motivation to pretty much help people, stay on their New Year's resolution. And then when the pandemic hit, I held on to the song. When the pandemic hit, I was like, man, the people need a song like this now more than ever, because people have lost their jobs. Yeah. People lost marriages. They've lost people. And for anybody who's still there, waking up, it's still a new day. You can get to whatever you got to get to. So that's how that song came about.
So the message behind that song, did it develop over time? Oh yeah. Or did it remain the same?
Of course, it developed over time. Like, especially with me, like I said, I've been doing this for years, so I'm up there in age. But when I was like 19, 18, I used to wake up angry all the time.
You just wake up mad?
Just mad.
How you wake up mad?
I just be up like, fuck.
Damn.
I don't know if I'm allowed to curse.
You good, yeah.
Okay, but you think about everything that happened the days before, and you're just like, I'm still in this rut, or this still didn't get resolved, or I'm still mad about how somebody tried me. Yeah. All of that, I used to just be so angry all the time. And then plus I had a child real young, and so life wasn't as easy as it would be for me, like a normal 19 or 20-year-old. So I was just real angry all the time. And then, I realized I got to change the way my thought process is moving forward. But it was years. I was angry for years. It wasn't
for years.
Yeah, like when I hit about 24, I started reading some books like Think and Grow Rich. First, I was reading it because I wanted to get rich. Yeah. But as I read the book, I realized this book is more than just about money. It's about your desires, your passion, your purpose in life. Yeah. And that's when I started changing my mind and started trying to help other people change their mindset too.
Did you come into that realization like as of late? How long ago would you say that you started transforming the way you viewed your life?
I would really say the transformation probably for me started a few years after that. I would say I've been in this space for about a good 3 years maybe. Obviously I'm elevating as I go. I'm not at the level where I want to be, but I could say that I started really noticing the changes about 3 years ago with my thought process. And only reason why I noticed those changes is because when a failure would come around, I wouldn't beat myself up like I used to years ago. Like I kind of know now that this is just the steps that I have to take to get to where I got to go. Like I would hear, I think Les Brown would say, fail forward. Yeah. So I just know that I'm just learning the ropes, teaching people how to not do it if that's the case.
Okay. You don't show it. You don't show that. I don't think you show that tribulation in your music. I was in your vibe. You feel me? I think I've been to a few because I know you from around here. You like you said, you've been doing this a while. So we've been to shows where you performed and we've been hearing about you, but I wouldn't see it in the way you make music or the way you carry yourself. So in reading those books and doing that research and looking within yourself and stuff like that, what's the biggest lesson you learned?
Not to look like what I've been through.
Or
that I feel like that's how you can really inspire people just by what you said. I've spoken to young ladies before and told them things that I went through because I'm always laughing, joking, I'm goofy. Then they'll complain about something and I'll let them know what I've been through, and it probably is worse what they're talking about. And they're like, "What? You went through that?" Yeah. I'm like, "Yes, I used to."
And they figure since you're okay, then they'll be okay.
They'll be all right.
Yeah.
They'll make it through. Like it's just character builders,
Okay. All right. You do various other things. Now you involved in your YouTube. You're YouTubing. How did you get into that passion?
Well, I guess because I've been sitting home every day. Yeah. Really can't really hang out like that.
That started within the quarantine?
Yes.
Okay.
I would watch other people's channel. I'm like, I could do that. Yeah. Like I could talk and that's all they're doing is just talking.
And you, bro, you a natural at it too. It looked like you've been doing it for a while. I figured maybe you were YouTubing before you were, because it was funny. I was like I told you, I was watching that video. I was like, this girl's silly.
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I like it. Like I want to do it too. Why not?
Yeah,
you get paid doing it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Why not?
Hell yeah. So what was the first step for you in getting into music? Because you of Haitian descent, right?
Yeah.
So I am too, and I understand the Haitian household, especially for women.
Ooh.
For young girls. How'd you knock on wood on that, or knock on the door and let yourself be as free as you are to create and then do what you do?
Well, at first, I used to write poetry when I was younger, 7 to whatever age, and I used to steal library books and write poetry because I liked rhyming words. I was like, this is so cool. Yeah. But, like I say, in the Haitian household, believe it or not, I wasn't allowed to have any CDs. If I heard any music on the radio, it was on the school bus to school. And say the song from, what's those guys' name? Yin Yang Twins and Lil Jon.
Yeah,
to the window.
Oh, yeah.
I literally knew those lyrics before I even heard the song. That's
how. You were just reading them.
I was listening to everybody else singing it in the hallway, and this is in high school. I'm literally in 9th grade. Still going through this. I knew the lyrics to the song before I heard the song. When I finally heard it, I'm like, oh, this song really is good. That's real sad. But hey, look, we had to do what we had to do. But I didn't really believe I had a voice for rapping because I would listen to Lil' Kim, her voice was so deep. I listened to Foxy Brown, her voice was so deep. Yeah. And then so I sound like a little munchkin. I'll never do it. Yeah. And then I don't know, just one day when I was 16, I just decided to just rap anyways and record something in my own home. And it's been that. Well, I had a little bit of freedom when I got around 16. Since my parents had separated and it was just my mom, so it was kind of like she be at work. What's she going? She can't watch me now, so I did what I wanted.
You did what you wanted. You didn't have a little bit of freedom. You just acquired.
I got in a lot of trouble. Got in a lot
of baton, right?
A baton. You know, sometimes the baton is better than the jouet because my God,
you don't want the
You like, just beat my ass, please. I can't take this no more.
And they're gonna remind you. They're gonna keep reminding you.
And everybody around you.
Facts. That's crazy. Okay, so you broke that shell. You did the impossible, and you started rapping at 16.
Yeah, then I stopped. But then 19, I actually went to a real studio. Then I heard myself. I was like, oh my God, that sounds so cool.
Yeah. And you've been doing it ever since. What's the first record you remember producing or singing?
It was to the sake of like a salt shaker beat. And it was really weird. It was just talking about shaking my ass. Of course, you know.
Well, you've manifested that. Now you teach twerk classes. There you go.
I sure do.
So what qualified you to teach those classes? Because I've been to your it's a trick question because we've been to your concerts and we see, you bring your entourage and y'all light it up, So what made you think, dang, like I should really like teach people how to twerk?
Well, back in the days when I used to hit the club, not a strip club or anything. When I used to hit the club,
I ain't judging.
I would probably get up there and dance, and a circle would be around me, and people would be like, "Oh!" And so people just started knowing that I'm about to turn up or turn this shit out. You feel me? And then my friend used to always tell me to teach a twerk class. I'm like, man, I'm not gonna teach that. I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah.
Then I went to a class in Tallahassee one time. My friend invited me. I'm like, I already know how to twerk. I don't need no twerk classes. But around that time, I was working out and losing weight. And I wanted to teach a class to help people lose weight. So I was going to do like a regular aerobics class.
Yeah.
But that class was an aerobics twerk class.
Okay.
And I was only in Tallahassee for like 4 weeks. I was like, I got to bring this shit
to Palm Beach. Yeah.
And that's what I did. I promoted that a month before I even got to Palm Beach. So the day that I touched down in Palm Beach was the first day I taught that class. And that's the first thing I ever promoted. I didn't even promote my music by that time. And I've been doing that for 3 years. This is the first thing I ever promoted. And I had 18 women waiting for me. And I only knew like 4 of those women.
That's dope.
I don't know how that happened, but I just used social media to my advantage. They never even took a class with me, and they all came that first day. So
how was that first run? Teaching that class, your first time teaching it.
Very nervous because I didn't know if they was gonna get what I was doing, if they were gonna like what I was doing.
Okay.
And I just did it. I took feedback, and I just kept perfecting myself.
Let me get this straight. So you come up with a twerking curriculum, and you draw up different types of twerking routines, and then what happens when they pass that class? Do they get a certificate of completion, or
they get a pat on their back like that?
No, I think it's a great idea. I think that was a dope idea from you, because I've heard it from females like, oh, I don't know how to twerk, like, I should probably take a twerking class. People say it, I just be thinking they're joking, but that's what's up. They
build their confidence and they feel sexy. I've had people's husbands thank me, so I guess it works all the way around.
Yeah, that's crazy. Okay. All right. But okay, so you dropped New Day. That's been going off. What do you have coming up next? Do you have a whole project? Because I don't think I've heard an entire project from you.
I have a project in the works featuring plenty of artists in Palm Beach and Miami and Fort Lauderdale. I could say I'm just taking my sweet precious time. It is costly.
It's not necessary either. Yeah.
Yeah, and right now I can't really perform much, so I'm actually taking even more of my sweet precious time to make sure that it's right. And when outside open back up, I'll have my dancers, I have my people, and then we just rock the show. So right now, I'm taking this time to just really listen through everything, and if something else I come up with might fit the project, then I'll put it. But I have no name for it. People have heard some of the songs because I've performed them.
Yeah.
So, but I can't wait to put it all out.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
We are CiiiTY.